Hi everyone, welcome to Fusion Design. In part 1 of this tutorial, we looked at designing a floor plan and we started drawing the exterior walls, the interior walls, the doors and the windows. Today we'll continue with that tutorial and we'll get started with hatching. Now that we've completed the placement of the doors and the windows, we can add in hatching. Hatching is located on the draw panel over here at this icon, and I'm going to change to pick points. Currently the pattern that is selected is the angle pattern. I want to change it to ANSI 31. The pattern color is a light gray and the angle is currently at 0. If I hover my cursor in one area, you can see that preview is displayed for the hatch pattern. It's supposed to be lines like you see in this floor plan, but because of the scale being small in comparison to the drawing, it shows up as a solid color. So I can change it in two ways. I can either click to place the hatch and then go back and change the scale, or I can change the scale beforehand and then click to place the hatch. So let's do that now. Currently the scale is at 1. If I type in 10 and now I move my cursor and click in this area, you can see that it has changed. Let's change it again. I'll type in 25, enter, and then I've got a nicer spacing for my hatch pattern. I can go ahead and click all of the areas of the hatch pattern, but if I don't cancel the operation in between each placement, they're all gonna work as one item. So I'll demonstrate for you using these three areas. I've still remained in the function and I've selected those three areas as my hatch pattern areas. I'll press escape, and now if I wanted to go and work in this area for the hatch pattern, I have selected all three areas. I can go and make it not associative, and then I can go and edit those boundaries separately, but they still act as one. So if I wanted to delete this area, I will delete all of them. So instead of doing that, I'm going to create my hatch patterns individually. We'll delete this one and start from scratch. Go to hatch. You've selected the correct pattern, the color and the scale. Go click inside of an area, click to place, press enter or space bar. To repeat that, press enter or space bar again, click to place, enter or space bar, and keep on doing this until you have completed the entire perimeter of the exterior wall. Make sure you click inside the boundaries of the wall for the hatch to be created, and get to all of the small areas individually as well, like here between the windows. Okay, I have completed all of the exterior hatching. Next we want to do the interior hatching. You can see on the floor plan over here, I've created the hatching using a solid pattern. So I can type in H for hatch, enter or spacebar, click on solid. Solid doesn't have a scale because it's a solid color, and I'm still using the light gray number 8. If you want to change it, you can use the drop down and simply select the color 8 on the index colors. And as we've done with the previous hatching, go and select each area individually. So click to place, enter or space bar, and repeat that with every wall. Be careful not to select the room. Make sure that you're inside the boundaries of the walls to select them. If you've done what I've done now by selecting 2 walls, you can undo to deselect the last wall. So undo is a simple Control Z command if you're using Windows. Enter or spacebar and repeat this process until you have hatched the entire area's walls. Don't hatch the door openings, only the spaces in between. And all my walls are now hatched. Next we want to go and place our furniture in the separate rooms. So I'll use Autodesk Design Center for most of these objects. However, some of these furniture pieces we are going to edit to suit our needs. Let's start with the main bedroom. I'm going to type in ADC for Autodesk Design Center, and for this one we'll go to Home Space Planner. Go to Blocks and drag out the queen bed. Once you've selected it, rotate it and select and type in M for move, select the midpoint, and now you want to select the midpoint between the 2 windows. So you can type in Control and the right mouse button, select mid between 2 points, click on the 2 end points of the windows, and your bed is placed in the center. We'll draw into side tables, type in REC for rectangle, and draw a rectangle of 450 by 450. And you can simply copy that over to the other side. Next we're going to place some table lamps on there, so ADC again, and you'll see my Autodesk Design Center is located here on my right hand side. I'm actually going to move it to my left, and if I move it closer to the edge I will dock it on the left hand side. I'll bring my new floor plan in view and I'll select the lamp, the table lamp, move it where I want to place it and release and create a copy and click to place. I also want to select a rocking chair, and I'm simply going to rotate that, type in RO, rotate it and move it in place. I'll minimize or hide the design center, and you'll see we've got a cupboard over here, and the dimension for that cupboard, if I use my measure tool, is 3000 by 600. So let's draw in the cupboard, type in REC, and the width is 600, press tab 3000 for the length. And your main bedroom is completely furnished. Next we'll furnish the ensuite bathroom. Now we don't have a shower in the design center. We'll simply draw a rectangle and draw a cross through it. So type in REC, start at the corner and this rectangle will make 1500. Press tab and we'll make that a meter. And to draw a line, type in L, enter, and draw two diagonal lines from the corners. Next, I want to place the toilet and the sink. So from my design center, I'm going to go to House Designer. I'll go to Blocks and I'll drag in the toilet in the top view, and I'll draw in the sink oval top view. We have to rotate both these items, so type in RO, rotate the toilet, and I'll use this grip point, and move the toilet in place, escape, and then rotate the sink and move it into place. For the second bedroom and third bedroom, I've used the queen bed that we've already created using the design center, and I'm going to edit that block. So let's make a copy of that bed. Type in CO, enter, click and place it just inside of that bedroom for now. Currently this is acting as a block, so all of the lines are joined together as one unit. To explode that block, we use the shortcut X, press enter, and now each one of these lines are separate from the other. A single bed is 900 millimeters wide, so I'll draw a line from the corner 900 millimeters down. Type in L, enter, find my corner point, hover, type in 900, enter, and draw that line. Now I'll type in TR spacebar and I'll trim off the excess lines. So these lines, I just hover over them and click to remove them. Once I'm done, I can press escape. I can select these lines that are left over and delete it, and I'll delete these two lines over here as well. Then I can go and select the entire bed and group it as one item. And it's grouped together, and I can use it now in my second and third bedroom. I'll place this bed along the wall. I'll find my base point, my midpoint, and again I'll use my object snap, hold in Control and press the right mouse button and click on mid between 2 points, and I'll find the two corner points of that room, and the bed is now located in the center of the room. I'll copy one of these nightstands and a lamp and place it next to the bed. I want to draw the closet for the second bedroom. If I measure, I can see that it's 2000 millimeters or 2 meters. So I'll type in rectangle, enter a spacebar, draw my rectangle to those measurements. Press tab to get your width, type in 600 and enter. And my second bedroom is complete. Let's move on to the third bedroom. I'm going to copy this bed that I've just created. I'll place it over here, escape. Let's rotate it, type in RO, enter spacebar, click to place your base point and move your cursor. Click to place. Select the bed, type in M for move. Find your corner point and place it in the corner of the bedroom. The two closets are the same size, so I'm going to copy that closet and place it in the third bedroom. Next, I want a desk and a chair for that bedroom, so I'll go to Design Center and I'll go back to Home Space Planner, go to Blocks, and I'll drag in the desk and the chair. And then I'll hide Design Center once again. I'll move this desk to the corner. M for move, find your base point and click to place. And this chair I want to rotate, type in RO, click, rotate it, and then we'll select it, type in M for move, and place it where you want to place it. That is the third bedroom. For the second bathroom, I will need an additional bathtub, so I'll go back to Design Center and we'll go to House Designer, Blocks, and I'll select the bathtub, drag it in, click and use the grip point to place it in the corner. The toilet and the sink I want to copy over, so I'm going to copy it over here. Select my base point and place it on the wall. And the toilet I'll place on this wall, so I'll rotate. I don't have to use my rotate command on the actual object. I can sometimes click outside of the object for the base point, like over here, and rotate from that point. Use my grip point to place the toilet on the wall edge, and we can maybe move the sink up a little bit. And next we want to draw the rectangle for the shower. So I typed in REC, click on your endpoint, type in 1200, tab 1200, enter, L for line, and draw in 2 lines to indicate that this is a shower. And that's your second bathroom completed. We've got our lounge and our kitchen left over. For the lounge, we'll add in the 2 sofas, the coffee table, and another rocking chair. So let's select this rocking chair and we'll copy it over and place it around about there and click to place. Then we'll go back to Design Center, we'll go to Home Space Planner, click on Blocks, and select the sofa round back 7 foot and drag it in. You can just place it there for now. And then the sofa round back the love seat, drag it in over there, and the rectangular table. Once you're completed with that, you can move and zoom into the lounge, take that love seat and rotate it, type in RO, enter or spacebar, select the midpoint, rotate the love seat, select the love seat, use the grip to drag it over to a position around about there, and then you can select the coffee table and move it into center, and you can either keep it as it is positioned now or you can rotate it. Next, I want to draw a console on this wall, so I'll type in REC and I'll draw a console of 450 millimeters in width and press tab and type in 1000, enter, and I'll simply type in M to move, select the base point and place it on the wall. My lounge is now complete and I've got the kitchen left over. I'll start in the top right hand corner and draw a rectangle. I'll make that 3000 millimeters, press tab and type in 600. Then I'll draw another rectangle and that'll be in fact a square, so I'll type in 600, press tab and 600 again. Press enter. Then I want to repeat the process of the rectangle on the other side, so I'll just press enter or spacebar. Use that corner and I'll make this now 600. Press tab by 450. And we want to draw another rectangle, but not quite sure yet the spacing because we'll use the range that we've got in the design center. So let's go and get that range before we go on. So if I scroll over here to the left hand side, I'm going to minimize Home Space Planner and I'll minimize the House Designer. And then you'll see there's a folder called Kitchens. Expand that and click on Blocks. So let's go and get the range and the double sink and the refrigerator in top view. Then we can go to place these items. First the range, I'll rotate it and I'll move it over here. Then I'm going to copy that block that I've drawn and place a copy on this side. Cancel that action. Take this fridge, rotate it. Select the fridge, type in M for move, select your base point and place it in that corner. And then this sink, I'm going to move it round about there below my window. I want to add in a faucet, so I'm going to select the faucet kit, sink top, and I'll simply place that round about the midpoint of my sink. And the last piece of furniture I want to add in is a round kitchen table with chairs. We don't have this in the design center, but I'm going to show you how we can use what we've got and change it so that it suits our needs. So we'll go back to Home Space Planner and we'll select the dining set. Drag that into the drawing. And the only thing that I want to use here is one of these chairs. So let's explode this block, type in X for explode, and delete all but one chair. Now draw a circle, so type C for circle, enter or space bar, select a center point in your kitchen. Move your cursor out. Currently the setting is for me to specify the radius. So I'll make the radius 500 mils and I'll select the chair and move it. So I'll find the end point over here and I'll find the center point, and where these two points meet, I'll click as my base point and move this over to my circle, and make sure you find the quadrant snap point and click to place. If you don't know where your snap points are located, you can go look at the bottom of your screen over here, and you'll see you've got Object Snap Tracking, and next to it, Object Snap. Make sure those two blocks are blue, so that means they're on, they're highlighted. And if you click on this arrow, you can see what snap points will be selected when you draw. Make sure quadrant is selected. You can simply click on it if it's not, and if it is selected, there'll be a little tick mark next to it. If we go back to the drawing, I'm simply going to extend the lines of the chair to meet the edges of the circle. So I'll type in EX for extend, press spacebar or enter, click on that line, escape, and I've got my chair. Now I need 4 of those, so I'll select all of it. I'll make it a group just to make it easier. And now I want to rotate and copy. So type in RO, enter or spacebar, specify the base point. I want to find the base point as the center of my circle. How do I find that center point? You simply hover over the edge of the circle and the center point will appear. So click the center point, and now if you move your cursor over, you can copy it, but you need to press the letter C first. C, enter or spacebar, and then you can click to place the copy. Now let's repeat that. Select both chairs this time. Type in RO for rotate. I want to specify the base point, so I hover over the edge of the circle. My center point appears. I click that as my base point. Immediately, AutoCAD gives me a preview of where it would rotate to, but I need to type in C for copy, enter a spacebar, and then make sure that I'm in the right position, and then I can click to place my chairs. Now I've got 4 chairs around a round kitchen table. And the drawing part of this floor plan is now completed. What I've got left over to do now is to add in dimensions and add in the text for all of these rooms. Be sure to check out part 3 of this floor plan tutorial series, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video.